गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप। उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप सभी लोग बिल्कुल ठीक होंगे। इस लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में सभी लोग बिल्कुल स्वस्थ होंगे। मैं वीरेंद्र, आपका कंप्यूटर साइंस का टीचर, आज आपके लिए एक नया वीडियो लाया है। आज इस वीडियो में एक नए चैप्टर के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे और उस चैप्टर का नाम है ऐप्स डेवलपमेंट। बेसिकली ये चैप्टर क्लास 8 के लिए है और आज क्लास 8 के बच्चे ऐप्स डेवलपमेंट के बारे में जानेंगे हम। बिना बिना कोई समय वेस्ट किए हुए अब हम अपने इस चैप्टर को स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहले हम ये जानेंगे कि हमें कौन कौन सी चीज़ें हमें पढ़नी हैं। नाउ आई एम कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। मैं अपने इस प्रेजेंटेशन को स्टार्ट करने से पहले आई वेलकम टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स, दोज हु आर watching and those who are non watching both. So thank you so much for being online and watching this video. Now next slide. Okay students, so these are the basically 6 topics which we are covered in this chapter. Number 1, introduction to apps. Number 2, types of apps. Number 3, classification of mobile apps. Number 4, use of common apps. Number 5, downloading and installing an app from Google Play Store. And last topic is developing your app. These are the topics we are going to cover here. Now I am coming to the first topic. The first topic is introduction to apps. आज जो हम इस चैप्टर में देखने वाले हैं, सबसे पहले आपको ये मालूम होना चाहिए व्हाट इज एप्स. एप्स इज नथिंग बट इट्स अ एब्रिविएशन ऑफ एप्लीकेशन. इफ एनीबडी आस्क यू दैट व्हाट इज एप्लीकेशन, एप्लीकेशन मीन्स it is a one kind of software that is designed for doing a specific task or performing a specific task. Task may be anything like painting, drawing, etc. But the one condition is applied here, that these apps are working within the limits of the device. Yes, absolutely true. So according to me, the definition you can write, you can learn that the software which you runs in mobile phones, that is called application. In next slide, you have to know about what is the differences between the smartphone versus desktop or laptop. So few points I have taken to give you the better understanding about the differences. The first point is less memory. Yes, in a smartphone the less memory is there, but in desktop or laptop memory is more. Second point, computing power. In a smartphone there is the less computing power, but in desktop and laptop the computing power is more. If I talk about the apps capability, the apps capability is less, and if you talk about the software or app capability of laptop, it is more. The main thing which you are doing every time, if you want to do any work on the smartphone, then you are touching here and there on the screen. Why you are touching? To perform the action, to perform the operations. Okay, because after touching you are getting some options, and by selecting those options you are going to perform the action. But in desktop, laptop, no touch screen is there. Coming to the next point, when you are touching the options, it means you are tapping the options. And why you are tapping? Because to perform the task. But in laptop, desktop, there is no screen is there for tapping. So for giving the inputs to the system, or then we have to use the keyboard or mouse. So these are the basically 6 points, or to have differences between the smartphone and the desktop or laptop. Now I am coming to the next slide. In the next slide we have to know about a few differences between the Android apps as well as iPhone apps. If you talk about the Android apps, Android phone basically made for smartphones, or you can say tablets. And in Android phones you have to install Android operating system. But if you talk about the iPhone app, iPhone apps are used in iPhone only, and the name of operating system is iOS. I for iPhone, O for operating, S for system, iPhone operating system. Now in second point, Android apps can be downloaded from Google Play Store in Android phones. Yes, if you want to download the apps, then you have to go to the Google Play Store. And in iPhone, the apps can be downloaded from the App Store. And to have the facility to run the applications, you should have a fast internet connection. Yes, because if the internet connection is slow, you are unable to download the softwares, unable to download the apps, and maybe it will run a little bit slow. Okay students, now I hope that you will getting a better understanding by this kinds of videos. So I request you to like and subscribe my channel if you like it, and if you dislike, then then please make me comment so that I can remove that kind of demerits. Now I am coming to the next slide. Okay students, so I hope you are able to understand each and every topic here. So next topic is types of apps. In this there are three kinds of apps. Number one, desktop apps. Number two, web apps. Number three, mobile apps. So I'm coming to the next slide to give you the details about desktop slide. In desktop slide, you already know that the name suggests you these apps belongs to desktop or laptops. Okay, in second point, you already understand that if you have the software, then you need not to have any kind of web access or internet access. You just install it and then use it, and you can use it independently, means no support of other softwares. When you install it, definitely you will get an icon on the desktop or some option in the start menu. I am giving one example here. The example is Microsoft. The example is Microsoft Office. So in Microsoft Office, we have Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, Publisher, Access. So these are the some application which is already combined with Microsoft Office. Your topic is web apps. That's a very interesting topic for you. You know that web-based internet apps, you already know that. It means that the apps which are running with the help of internet, that is called web apps. So the internet connection and minimum device memory is mandatory for these apps. They have a one kind of another name. The name is browser based apps. Means when you open any of the browser, you can download the software from the browser, and that softwares are stored in remote server. Remote server means the server which is already created for storing the apps, and that is located globally. Now if you talk about the web browser, you know that web browser like Google Chrome, it's a one kind of application software which is used for accessing the websites. And when you are accessing, so at that time you may mark as a link as a favorites. Favorites means in Mozilla you can say bookmark, but in Google Chrome you can say in Mozilla that is bookmark, and in Google Chrome you can say favorites. So after making a favorites, you can install it at any time. You can download from the any time. Okay, So after install it, you can just go anywhere, any place, you can just use it. Okay, I think this lecture quite interesting to giving this kind of information to you. Okay, so the best example for web apps is Google Maps. Wherever you are going, wherever means like if you go Australia, New Zealand, wherever your place going, every time if you want to search out the location, then Google Maps very helpful for you. So if you have the internet connection, if you download it from the your web browser, then immediately you can have a use this is at any time at any place. One more thing I just want to tell you, when you open your Google at any of the web browser, at that time you are able to see on the right hand side some small dots are there, like 6 dots are there. When you click on them, many kinds of apps are appeared here. Okay, that apps are known as one kind of web apps. Okay, I hope you are able to see when you do that at that your machine. Okay, so I think you are able to understand each and every topic which I am giving here. Now I am coming to the next slide. In next slide we have to understand about mobile apps, and you know that that's a very interesting topic for you. These apps mainly run in smartphones and tablets, and they have one kind of feature, that is responsive web design. In this responsive web design, the person is taking care about that the apps must be accommodate in small size. The orientation may be small, and these applications may be downloaded from the Play Store or any of the maybe some it is pre-installed. So responsive web design is related to your HTML or CSS coding, and these apps having a greater facility to resize, hide, shrink or enlarge the website, so that the apps become look very much attractive. Mobile apps. Now I am coming to the next slide. In this next slide, we are just going to take some of the examples of the applications according to your desktop app, web apps and mobile apps. If you talk about the photo editing software, so in desktop there is a Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is there. You can edit any kinds of photo in this. Pixlr, this is also a free editing software photo. Now if you talk about the web app, so web app means first you have to type these website like https://pixlr.com.web/web, and here you can just download Pixlr for this, and then immediately after typing it you can download it. If you talk about the Sumo Paint, so you have to type here in Google Chrome the https://www.sumopaint.com/paint. If you talk about the mobile apps, so for photo editing you can just download the Adobe Photoshop Express or mobile Pixlr. You can download from Google Play Store. Now coming to the Facebook. Facebook has no desktop applications. If you talk about the web app, so Facebook initially began as a web app based. It means, I mean to say, when the Facebook started, at that time the Facebook app is there and as a web app, and at that time internet connection is very necessary, and you can post your videos by using that kind of Facebook with the help of internet. But nowadays mobile app is available. You can download from the Google Play Store. If you talk about the Office Suite, so for desktop it's a very good example. So Advanced Office is the desktop based office application. You can use word processor, spreadsheet, PowerPoint, each you can do it. Now if you talk about the web application, so in web application Microsoft allows the user to use their web based office. Yes, means some of a particular website is there. By using that website you can use the office facility. I'm giving one example here, like if you want to use this application, I'm taking Excel. So for using the Excel, you can just type it the particular website for using it, and after using it you can do for activities related to Excel. One more example here, there Google Docs. Yes, that's the best example. Google Sheet is there, Google Docs is there, Google Slide is there. You can use it for mobile apps. You have to use Microsoft Office Mobile. This is the name of app, and Google Docs is also best example. Kingsoft, Polris. These are the apps you can download from the Google Play Store. So students, as you know that in gaming software, everybody knows that Solitaire and Minesweeper. This is available in all window-based computers. Some other games are also available. And if you talk about the web apps, so in web apps you have to just type the link and then immediately start playing. Now if you talk about the mobile apps, various kinds of mobile apps are available. In that games you can just install it, download from the particular place and install it in your mobile and then start playing. Now I'm coming to the Windows Media Player. Means my topic is diverse version of application, and we are talking about the media players. So in media players, you already know that the media player means you have to watch the videos, listening the audios, listening the song. So you have to use the media player. The example is VLC media player and window media player. If you talk about the web apps, so you have to type the particular link and start watching the TV, start listening the radio, start listening the music. If you talk about the mobile apps, so for mobile apps you have to take care about that VLC player and media player is the best example. You can download from the Google Play Store. Now the last and the least, not the least, that we are talking about the maps. Yeah, the best example for desktop app is Google Maps. You can just install it in your computer and then start using it, but the internet access is required. If you want to use the web app, you have to type maps.google.com in your address bar of the browser and immediately start using it. Now in mobile, you have to go to the Google Play Store and download and install Google Maps. So this is all about your diverse version of applications. Now I'm coming to the next slide. In next slide, just we are going to talking about classification of mobile apps. So we are just focusing here how many kinds of mobile apps. There is only two kind: native apps and hybrid apps. Now I'm coming to the native apps. So in native app, you have to make sure that about the definition. The apps that are developed keeping the specification in mind are known as native apps. मतलब क्या हुआ कि ऐसे apps जिनको कि बनाया गया है लेकिन स्पेसिफिकेशन को ध्यान में रखते हुए, तो हम उसके कहेंगे नेटिव apps. Most of the native apps are pre-installed. मतलब जब आप मोबाइल परचेज करते हो, जो ऐप्स आपको पहले से ही मिलते हैं वो आपके नेटिव ऐप्स होते हैं, और यहाँ पर आप इन ऐप्स को अपने प्ले स्टोर से भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. सम नेटिव ऐप्स आर वर्क विथ और विदाउट यूज ऑफ इंटरनेट. यहाँ पर कुछ आपके नेटिव ऐप्स ऐसे होते हैं जो अपने इंटरनेट के बिना और इंटरनेट के साथ वर्क करते हैं. दे आर डेवलप्ड फॉर स्पेसिफिक ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एंड डिवाइस. मतलब क्या हुआ, यहाँ पर जो नेटिव ऐप्स बनाए जाते हैं ये ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के हिसाब से ही बनाए जाते हैं, डिवाइस के हिसाब से बनाए जाते हैं. तो यहाँ पर जो मेन थिंग है वो आपको समझना है, स्पेसिफिकेशन ऑफ द मोबाइल, यानी कि कॉन्फ़िगरेशंस को ध्यान में रखते हुए ऐप्स को बनाना नेटिव ऐप्स कहलाता है. यहाँ पे दो लिमिटेशंस भी हैं इसकी. these apps are designed for a particular platform. Yes, मतलब किसी पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म या पर्टिकुलर इन्वायरमेंट के लिए ही बनाया गया है ये. बट वाइल क्रिएटिंग द नेटिव एप्स इट इज़ कॉस्टली टू डेवलप एंड मेंटेन. द बेस्ट एग्जांपल हियर व्हाट्सएप एंड फेसबुक. So students, now I'm coming to the next slide. The next slide is hybrid apps. So as you know that hybrid apps is the combination of web apps and native apps, and these hybrid apps can be downloaded from the Play Store and App Store. But when we have to make sure that internet connection is compulsory to run the applications. These apps can be stored on the two places. Number one, local devices or on the remote server. कहने का मतलब क्या हुआ कि आप जब हाइब्रिड ऐप्स को रन करेंगे तो जो हमारे मैन्युफैक्चरर्स हैं इनको रिमोट सर्वर पे भी रखते हैं, और जब आप उसको डाउनलोड कर देते हैं तो आपके मोबाइल में भी रहता है ये. These apps can be used offline, but to use the offline there is one concept behind it, that is cache pages. और जब हम इन कैश पेजेस का इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो कुछ लिमिटेड फंक्शनैलिटी हमें मिल जाती हैं. कैश पेजेस क्या होते हैं मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. In this slide we have to make sure about the cache pages is like when we are typing any query on the Google website. So in that we have to definitely get some kind of answer. How it is happen here? Google takes each and every snapshot of the each page when you trying to search any kind of query, and that snapshot is as a cache, as a backup. Okay, and when you are searching it matches with that backup, and if it is relevant, immediately that give the answer. And the best example for this is Instagram, Uber, old Gmail, Twitter, some of the gaming apps. So I hope you have a best understanding here, and if you have any kind of query, please get in touch with me via WhatsApp, via YouTube comments. And if you like my video, definitely subscribe my channel and write the comment as you like. Okay students, now it's time to finish off my first part of the video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will be there in next video very soon for rest of the topic. Thank you so much.